Hey everyone, Mano back here with another Destiny 2 strategy guide. In today's video, we're going to be tackling the Keep of Honed Edges Ascendant challenge. What we're going to do first is show you on the map where you are going to find it, which is on the north side of Raya Silvia. As always, I've posted timestamps here on screen in the description box below, as well as in the first pinned comment. A quick word, this is probably the hardest of the 6 Ascendant challenges, so make sure you watch the whole video if you have questions or are struggling with it. In addition, if you are still struggling with the eggs on this Ascendant challenge, I really highly recommend that you check out my longer video to see how to get them. If you are needing any other help inside of Destiny, come check me out at twitch.tv/manodestra777. I do a bunch of helps there, from PvE to PvP, raids, exotic help, all sorts of things, and we'd like to invite you to come on over and join us. If you like something inside of this video, I invite you to also leave a like and a comment that lets the YouTube algorithm know that this is a good video to share with other people, and make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications to make sure that you don't miss any of my Destiny 2 content. What we're going to do is go over to Raya Silvia. Over in that far distant area of that corner over there is the Ascendant challenge. Make sure that you pick up the bounty from Petra right there as you make your way to the Ascendant challenge. As we're following the path over to this area on our Sparrow, I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of quick reminders. First of all, and most importantly, that you will not be able to see the entrance to the Ascendant challenge unless you've used a Tincture of Queensfoil. A Tincture of Queensfoil is an in-game consumable that you can use inside the Dreaming City to see secrets, most notably the entrances to the Ascendant challenges. If you don't have one, I've got a video down in the description box that shows you how you can get some really easily. Keep making your way, like you can see here on screen, until you enter Harbinger's Seclude. Now, a quick note. The location for the entrance to the Ascendant challenge is in the same location as this week's Dreaming City mission. So if you know where you're going there, it's in the same location. We're going to keep making our way through here until we enter this large area here with a large blight down below and a large couple of blights up on top. What we're going to do is we're going to see a statue out there on the left-hand side, and if you have used the Tincture of Queensfoil to go Ascendance, you'll see the portal up on top of that statue. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clear these enemies here just so I have a minute to talk to you about a couple of things. Number one, there are multiple ways to get up to the entrance to that Ascendant challenge. If you are using Ascendants, you can use some secret platforms that are scattered throughout the entire area here, or you can just jump and use the blights around the statues to go ahead and make those jumps. It is possible to make it on every single character. You can see here, there's the door. There's an elevator down there that will lead you to an area where you can buy a Tincture of Queensfoil if you don't have it. So right now, we're going to go ahead and show you how to get into this Ascendant challenge in 2 ways. First thing we're going to do is on our Warlock, we're going to see our areas over there. We're going to use these blights to our advantage. But if you turn to the right while you have Ascendants on, again, while you have a Tincture of Queensfoil used, as you can see here on screen, you will see those platforms. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to get in using these platforms. Now, this is the easiest way. I would say that if you are struggling with some platforming, this is the easiest way to do it. It does take a little extra time, but it is pretty foolproof. Just make sure you've got a Tincture of Queensfoil and you'll be good to go. However, if you do want to go ahead and just use the blights, you can see there's the secret platform here. It's actually a little bit faster. You can do this on every character, but I'll show you the way that I go when I'm doing this. I basically jump onto this area here. There's a platform here that we're going to jump onto, which is right next to a corrupted egg, by the way. Then you're going to turn over and you're going to try and make it over to the blight that I am going to be aiming at over here. This small, tiny little blight here. With that, you'll be able to turn around and jump directly into the portal. And with that, you'll find yourself in the Keep of Honed Edges. Now that we're here, it's time to talk about this Ascendant challenge. The Keep of Honed Edges is the most difficult of the Ascendant challenges because it involves the most number of variables, like jumping, having a sword, lots of platforming, lots of rocks coming at you, lots of different enemy types. So it's one you definitely have to stay up on your toes. You're going to find yourself in an area with a number of rocks and platforms that you're going to be able to jump onto. Some of them are going to be spinning, some of them are not going to be. You need to make your way over to the center gazebo where there will be a number of different enemies waiting for you. Clear out all those different enemies so that the sword in the middle will be unlocked. Now, there will be quite a few enemies here that will be trying to kill you, so I would definitely make sure that you take care of the wizards first, followed by the thralls, and stay on the move. You never want to be sitting in one place, because if you do that, there is a good chance that you could get killed. Once you've cleared out all of the smaller enemies, the sword will unlock. At that point, you need to pick it up and kill the 3 knights that are around you. However, as soon as you pick it up, a number of taken enemies are going to start to spawn in. There are a couple of different ways that you can do this. Number one is that you can keep running around the arena with the sword and keep doing damage whenever you can, getting your life back. If you're a warlock, use a healing rift. If you are a titan, use a bubble. If you are a hunter, I would really recommend using a tether to try and tether as many enemies together as possible. Pick up the sword and do some insane damage while you can. Now, you want to focus on getting the 3 knights down as soon as possible. No matter what, those ads are going to be coming and spawning at you constantly. An easy way to deal with all those different enemies is to pull them into a corner, pull them into one big group, and give them a slam with your heavy attack with your hive sword. Once all 3 knights are dead, a portal will appear and all the ads will despawn. Now, the tricky part about this Ascendant challenge is that the exit will rotate to different RNG locations. So before we leave, we're going to show you where the secret items are. First of all, for the bones location, you're going to look for a staircase that is on the edge that looks like it leads off to nowhere. Look off the edge and you'll see a small pillar with a glittering little light on top of it. As long as you are Ascendant, jump to the right-hand side, and as long as you're Ascendant, one of the secret platforms will appear. You'll be able to walk right over to the platform and pick it up. To get back up to the top, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and make your way up this spiral staircase-like area, and you'll see these secret platforms will start to appear. Now, look before you leap for these, or make sure that you have some kind of a jumping exotic on that will make it easier to do. Now, Toland will always be in the same location in this Ascendant challenge, and that's actually very important because you actually use Toland as a location reference. You don't use the exit portal as a reference location. You use Toland, and we're going to talk about that in the longer video if you are needing help. When you see Toland, you will notice that you will not be able to see a secret platform. You kind of just have to trust that the platform will appear, and as long as you have Ascendance, the platform will appear in front of you. We're going to hop on over to here where Toland is. Toland is on a small island next to one of the gazebos that looks like it has a tree and some grass on it. That is your reference point that does not change throughout this entire Ascendant challenge. You can see the grass there to my left. Once you've picked up Toland's location there, we're going to go back to our secret platform, and we need to get back up to the top. Again, you're not going to see any other platforms appear. What you need to do is start to make the jump over, and then the platforms will appear. It might be easy to overshoot your jump just a little bit, so just take your time and you'll be okay. What will happen is that eventually you will come up to a secret platform that will come up next to one of the gazebos. Get a good jump and get up to the top so that you can make your way into the main gazebo area again. We're now going to show you the first egg location, and we're going to do this very quickly. This is going to be on the same side that Toland is. So if you see Toland, try to find the gazebo that is right next to it. You shouldn't have to turn around. Once you get to the top of it, there will be an egg off in the very far distance. Aim with your Wish Ender bow up at the top of it, and you should be able to get it. Now, I'm going to give you full disclosure on this. This is not an easy egg to get, and if you are struggling, there are multiple ways for you to get this egg. And in my longer video, I actually go over all the different ways that you can find this egg and also how to locate it and how to collect it. So this is the quick, fast, and easy way of doing it, and that is how I picked it up. But again, use that other longer video if you still need help. Now, we're going to go ahead and pick up the second egg. On the opposite side of where Toland is, you're going to do a complete 180 degrees. You're going to look for a complete gazebo over off in the distance. And most importantly, you're going to look for a certain rock that I call Donut Rock. You need to make sure that you have the sword with you as you are doing this. And if you see any enemies over where that gazebo is, knock them out really quickly. What you need to do is look for Donut Rock, and I'm going to jump to it here so you can see it. Over to the left-hand side, there will be a stone here that will have a big hole in it. That is Donut Rock. That tells you exactly where the gazebo is going to be because it's basically pointing right at it. Once you head over to this complete gazebo, off in the distance, you are going to see some mountains very, very, very faintly. I'd recommend that maybe you throw a grenade over there or something if you can't see it, but what you're gonna do is make some jumps and keep swiping with your light attack with the Hive Sword and make your way over to this area. Again, if you're struggling with this in any way, shape, or form, check out my other video. And there is some misconceptions about this. You have to use the Hive Sword to get over there, or else you won't be able to infinitely spam the light attack and fly with it. Only the Hive Sword can now do that with all of the sword changes. Come around to the corner over here and you'll be able to shoot the second egg. The video from the eggs was archival footage back when my hunter collected the eggs for the first time, because you can only collect the eggs once. So I'm on my newer character right now, I'm on my warlock, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the final piece of this Ascendant challenge, which is you have to get the sword to the exit portal, wherever it is, and that will spawn the chest. If you lose the sword, even if you go over to the exit portal, the chest won't spawn and you won't be able to complete the Ascendant challenge. So you can see that I've put the sword safely behind me while I deal with all these different enemies. Yeah, you'll notice that this is the same rotation that I showed you with the second egg video. You can see that there's the full gazebo where everyone else is. You can see that the exit portal is over there. Now, you don't need to kill all these enemies, but it is a good idea, especially if you're not super comfortable with this. I'd use a sniper rifle or a bow or something like that, and you will be in good shape. You'll need to watch out for all of those flying rocks that are moving left to right, up and down, and everything else like that. You'll see that again, here's Donut Rock. And the easiest way I've found to do this is to actually use the second egg location and to jump off there and fly to the end. But again, you can see here's the complete gazebo. Here, where we would find the second egg. And here you can see some of the snipers that may want to take you out. Take a moment, clear them again if you don't want to get killed in the Ascendant challenge, because remember, you're not quite done with it yet. You have to enter into the Keep of Honed Edges, kill all the different enemies, kill the 3 knights, and get the sword back to the exit location, and you'll be in good shape. So I'm going to use my way of doing this, which if the portal is aimed this way, I'm going to get to the top of this second mountain and fly over there. It's a blast to do. It's one of my favorite things to do in this Ascendant challenge because it feels so good. Remember that you can only infinitely spam the sword if you were using the Hive Sword. Again, aim for the left-hand side of the rock. There will be a number of different platforms for you to hop on. If you go to the right-hand side of the rock, there won't be any really safe place to be. So just take your time, figure out where you need to go, use the third-person view as an advantage, kind of look around and see where you need to hop to next, and you'll be in good shape. Now, again, the fastest way to do this is just to get to the top of this mountain if this is the same rotation, and you'll be in good shape and fly from the top. Here's where the second egg would be and what I showed you in my archival footage. If it is not this rotation, you'll just have to walk across the different platforms and make sure that they don't disappear, because some of the platforms will randomly disappear when you step on them. That's why this is so foolproof, because you can get away from all those different flying rocks. You just have to make sure you get a good jump and then continually spam the light attack. Again, you can only do this with the Hive Sword. If you use any other normal sword to do this, you will not be able to spam it like this. So make sure that you have the Hive Sword with you at the end of this Ascendant challenge. You also need to have the Hive Sword down here, and you'll see the chest appear as long as the sword is in this location. All right, everybody, that is everything for this Ascendant challenge. I do want to stress again, because I get so many comments on this Ascendant challenge, that so many people struggle with this. If you're really having problems with the bones or the eggs, check out my in-depth simple egg video. I break it down, and it is a longer video, but I break it down in ways that anyone can go and find their locations inside of the map. This video was just a quick, down and dirty, easy way of getting everything taken care of. If you are needing any other help, whether it's PvE, raids, dungeons, anything else like that, exotic quests, come on over to twitch.tv/manodester777 and join the conversation, as well as be part of our awesome Discord server full of people who enjoy playing Destiny. Also, if you found something in this video to be helpful, positive ratings greatly appreciated. Leave a comment down below to help out the YouTube algorithm, and also make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my content. Good hunting, Guardians. I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.